One of the most, if not the most hyped animes of spring 2024, Kaiju number 8 recently finished its first season, and there is a lot to talk about, so minimal spoiler warnings ahead if you haven't finished it yet. In a short summary, kaiju spawn in and destroy cities, and the JAKDF, the Japan Anti-Kaiju Defense Force, comes in to eliminate the kaiju. Our main character, Kafka, has wanted to become an officer of the JAKDF to keep a promise he made to a childhood friend, but has continuously failed the test and is now on his last attempt due to hitting the age cap. After a spontaneous kaiju appearance on a cleaning job, him and his new acquaintance, Ichikawa, end up in the hospital. In the hospital, Kafka ingests a kaiju, allowing him the ability to transform into one. Now, Kafka must continue with his goal to join the JAKDF while also hiding his newfound kaiju abilities from everybody. I honestly really enjoyed the story in season 1. It was simple and easy to follow along with. I honestly don't have much criticism for it besides one thing. Nobody got you the way I do. Don't get me wrong, cliffhangers are great, and this song is amazing, but every episode is crazy. Overall, I'd give this story a 4 out of 5. It was really good, but it wasn't perfection. There are quite a few characters introduced throughout season 1, which sometimes causes worry that most of them won't be well written, but that's not totally the case here. Every character introduced has their own set personality, and it really feels like every character is their own. A lot of them don't have much lore behind them, but it's only season 1, and to be honest, I don't really want lore about every individual side character. Some of the writing of the characters is cliche. One that comes to mind is Kikaru. It's the stereotypical rich parent, better than everyone trope, but fear not. She does have some development and more behind the character than what I mentioned that will help you understand her more. But overall, I think I'd give the character writing a 3.5 out of 5. Hey, if you're liking this video, it'd be super swag if you subscribed and also liked the video. Thank you! Animation and art style was a huge discussion about this show, and a lot of people were really not a fan of how the characters were drawn. But they're wrong. Personally, I loved almost everything about the animation and art style. As I said before, every character really seemed like their own person, and this really comes across with the character design. In a lot of shows, you'll see a lot of copy and paste character designs with the same face shapes and builds. But this show really seemed to put a lot of effort into making every character individual, and I love it. It's not just the characters that were designed well either. The fight scenes were amazing. They were beautiful. The animation isn't quite up there with shows like Demon Slayer and JJK, but it really had its moments. Overall, I'd give animation a 4.5 out of 5. Kaiju number 8 hits a lot of emotions, but I can't say I was jumping out of my seat or moved to tears more than like 1 or 2 times. There were definitely some parts that really had me going, like the end of episode 10. If you know, you know. But honestly, the most frequently played emotion was frustration. And it's not anything story-wise that was frustrating. For the most part, it was really just this. Nobody got you the way I do. Whatever demons you're fighting through. Like, how many cliffhangers do you need? But honestly, that was really it emotion-wise. 3 out of 5. I can't say I disliked really anything except for one thing, and that was the finale. With the amount of build-up that led into the season finale, it was just so underwhelming. I feel like if you're gonna have cliffhanger after cliffhanger and then have a finale that predictable, maybe that shouldn't have been the end of the season. The finale episode wasn't bad per se, it was just a hard watch. And maybe it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, but geez, I was not moved in that final episode. It was a great show. I enjoyed it from start to finish and was drawn in the entire time. Would I recommend Kaiju number 8? Yes, absolutely. I loved it. I feel like this would definitely go on a list for animes to recommend to people who are new to anime. Overall, I'd say this show is a solid 4 out of 5, if not better. But that's just my own opinion on the show. Like any anime, people will hate it and people will love it. What are your thoughts on Kaiju number 8? Leave them in the comments below. This is my first time making a video like this, so there's definitely some room for improvement. If you have any advice or other shows I should rate, leave them below. If you got this far, comment banana bread and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. See ya.